I'm going to be leading this session on leadership. So let me just pull up my handy guide here. So first, what do you guys think leadership is? Go ahead and spout out some ideas if you have them.
An example.
Initiative. An example. What else? You guys got anything else? Huh? Come on, I need at least like 2 more. What is leadership?
Being a leader.
Leading.
I'll take it for now.
Someone you can come to.
Someone you can come to.
Anything. Not
Cool.
a
Role
follower.
model.
Role
Take
model.
charge.
Take charge. See, now we're all here.
Same as example.
Awesome. So, what usually happens with this question is people end up speaking, they give answers that are nouns or they give answers that are adjectives, right? But in reality, leadership is a verb. Leadership is something that you're doing. So, leadership is taking initiative, right? Or taking charge, that kind of stuff. And so, in this, we're going to talk a little bit about things that you can do or say specifically to show leadership as opposed to just like the vague noun, like some of the things that were said just a second ago. So what I want to do is I want to split you guys off into 2 different groups. Let's move this up. This is 1. This is 2. So let's see. So we're gonna split it up right in between Dorito and Mushu. And what I want is for you guys to take this marker, and I want you guys to go down to that whiteboard over there, and I want you guys to take this whiteboard, or this marker, and go to this whiteboard here. And on the whiteboards, what I want you to do is draw the ideal counselor, right? And so by this, I mean, without using words, I want you to draw out what an ideal counselor looks like by, for example, saying if they're a really good listener, then they'll have really big ears, right? And just stuff like that. And so I'm going to give you guys about 2 minutes to go break off into your groups and draw it on there, and then we'll reconvene and discuss what they look like. So that's not for you guys. Cool. You guys want to go ahead and explain yours?
Well, we got the big ears on there, obviously, for good listener.
We got a spinny hat to show he's fun.
Okay. Cool.
Big eyes saying they're very observant. Can't talk.
Observant.
His arms are down because he's not initiating push.
That's good.
It'd be hard because he cares about campers.
He's kneeling to kids' level.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
his knee and that's his other knee.
Yeah. I know they're not thinking on their feet, but.
Or if you draw like an ice in his hand, he's got ice. Anyways,
Oh,
Nice
God.
big
sorry.
That's an ideal counselor.
He has a speech bubble to show he knows how to
Awesome.
communicate. And a camp name tag.
I love
Because
it.
he's a counselor.
Cool.
It's like 3/4.
It looks really good. Awesome. So,
That seems like a generic compliment.
It does.
You just said. I just like to show the hard part.
No.
Some emotion
What's
on
good
there.
about this
Yeah.
activity,
Mediocre. Good job, guys.
what's good about this activity is that
Love mediocrity.
it starts to get you on the idea of like what people can do for leadership, like what they can do and say specifically. So, is there anything really different? Like, what would you add if you were going to say counselor instead of leader? Is there anything different about the activity that you would put? No, it's pretty much the same, right? That's basically what you guys are over at camp. So I am going to read this this article to you, and it's a little bit lengthy, so I'm going to try to read it pretty fast. But it has some good points in it that I want you guys to hear. Cool. So that was the story. What do you guys get out of that story? What do you guys think are the big takeaways?
That one person can really change your whole life. It
Mhm.
doesn't need to just be this whole giant experience.
Yeah.
Like, just even the second of the person's time is worth everything.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Anyone else? Anyone else get anything out of the story?
I think it shows how attentive you have to be to everyone. Like just the fact that you talk to someone for 5 seconds can mean so much to someone, so you should really pay attention to what's going on around you, the campers.
Yeah, just like a small moment with any kind of camper. And so this story was from the perception of a camper who said he was kind of like a middle, like kind of out of the zone kind of kid. Like he didn't have like a big clique. He wasn't necessarily like acting out all the time, but he was just in a in a certain place where he was kind of in the middle of campers. And there's one thing that we learned at Waterworld. It's that the top 10% of lifeguards and the bottom 10% of lifeguards get 90% of the attention. So the good lifeguards, you like praise them, like, wow, you're doing a really good job. Thank you so much. The bad lifeguards are like, wow, you're doing such a bad job. Please stop doing that. But the people who are in the middle, who are doing okay jobs, maybe come in, not have the best attitude or follow most of the rules, those people kind of get left out a lot. Those are the people that it's harder to see. You have to be more observant too. So this story, I really take a big takeaway of really seeing all of the campers, you know, making sure that you get all of them in your sights. Cool. So now what I'm going to do, all right. So I'm going to write a word up on here. That word is poorly written, but I promise you that it says patience, right? So a patience is, would you guys agree that patience is one of the qualities that a leader would have? Mm-hmm. So what exactly could a leader do or say to show patience? What are some specific things?
Just sit down and just listen to them.
Yeah, sitting down and listening. What else?
Empathize.
Empathize, yeah. Is that a Z?
It's a Z.
Unless you're British, Connor.
Still doesn't look right. We'll keep going. What else?
Maybe taking the time to like explain something or talk about something.
Yeah. All right, I really like taking time. Anything else? What are some things that someone could specifically say that would show that they are patient?
Like nodding their head.
Nodding your head. What about like verbal?
Oh wait.
Like-
Or,
Like, thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
Your,
Mm-hmm.
something like that.
These are all really good, like, coming out of listening, right? And we'll talk about listening in just a second. Thanks for sharing. So I'll just give you, so that we don't spend too much time on this, a few things that it says. So some of the things that it says to do: speaks calmly, even when upset, take a breath before they speak, and thinks about stuff, waits for people to finish speaking. And some of the things that it says that you can say: okay, I think we need to try it again, or I need your help, or can I help? That kind of stuff really shows, yeah, patient, wanting to help. We'll do it one more time for this word. Confidence. Kind of. Can we all agree, again, that this is also a good trait of a leader? Confidence? All right. So what about the do's and says? What do you guys think?
Stand tall. Speak. Not assertion, but like meaning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I will say.
Speak with intent.
What was that?
Intent. Speak with intent.
Speak with intent. A little scatterbrained. I'll tell you right now, nobody watching that screen is going to be able to read that. So I hope I can body language, speak with intent. All right. What else? What are some says?
You can do it, kind of thing, where like you're confident not only in yourself but in others.
Yeah, I love that one. I don't even think that's on there, but that's a really good one. You can do it. Anything else?
How can I help?
How can I help? Yeah.
It's like a patience thing, but also confidence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's just. Okay. One of the ones that it has on here that I really, really enjoy is, I'm not sure, but I know where to look. People think that being confident means you have to know the answer to everything, but that's just not true because nobody knows everything. And so, admitting that openly, I'm not sure, but then finding a way to proceed without knowing, I know where to look to know it. That is a really good one, in my opinion. Cool. So, I think that's pretty interesting, especially how it relates back to the story that I told earlier with Malik and the camper, and how just one little moment can totally change the trajectory of his entire life. So, yeah, that's what I'm basically going to leave with you guys, is just thinking about how those moments can impact campers and how you can be on the lookout for those moments. And that's all for this section.
Cool, folks.